This the Morbius review. If this your first time here, welcome to the channel. Check out the other content. Click the like button. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. I appreciate all the love. I just seen Morbius, and going into this movie, I'm seeing the reviews, but I'm like, yo, people run with trends. It's no way they gonna put out a horrible movie. They doing the Venoms. They seeing all these superhero movies. It's no way it's just gonna be like as bad as everybody's saying. I get into the movie, and after watching it, honestly, it's not the story. So it ain't the writer. The person that wrote this, you could change and tweak some things, but the person that wrote this, they gave them a movie that they could have made a good movie out of just the script, right? So it ain't that. And we basically know it's a vampire movie. He gonna become a vampire somehow, and it's gonna spread. And that's what happened. You see at the end, his girl end up becoming a vampire. Like, okay. The part that made it horrible watching was the actual vampires. I'm like, yo, why did they make them like this? They could have just, you know how you do the Halloween costume? They could have just went and got that and popped some teeth in their mouth, and it would have been better. They didn't have to try to do some new, weird-looking vampire. And it just looked horrible. And then the dude Milo was dancing. I'm like, oh, man, why did they do that? Just make a regular looking vampire. Y'all don't gotta be different. They tried to be different, and it messed up the entire movie. Because the movie is shot with a lot of close-ups, too. I really didn't like how it was shot either. But it's shot with a lot of close-ups. And now, when they change to a vampire, you get to see it close up. And you're just like, yo, this is bad. It's bad. It really messed up the entire movie. But it was other things. The fighting scenes. Listen, I understand that they are fast. And these vampires are strong enough. They senses are strong enough there. Like the vampire, the strength level, the vampire is strong enough to be in the MCU. Like, this is a strong character, right? But I get they fast. I get they strong. You do not gotta actually make a move that fast while they fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that Thanos and Iron Man are faster and stronger than me, right? But when they fighting each other, they got it to where you can actually see the fighting. On this, it's like, whoof, whoof, they flying fast, they teleporting, whoof, 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 whoof. And then it'll do a slow scene, you'll see like a little scratch, and then it'll go back real fast. Like, come on, man. Like, no. Don't do that. I know they fast. I understand. We can process that they are stronger than us walking around in real time, all right? Don't make them actually moving that fast where we could barely see it. And then the theme of the thing is just dark, so you could really barely see it, right? So these are all things that I'm seeing, and I'm like, why did they? This really could have been a good movie based on the story. They just had to change these things. Regular vampire, better fighting scenes. I mean, you can almost say that with every movie, though. Like, yo, if they changed the CGI and they got better fight scenes, it'd be a better movie. Yeah, yeah. But it was just so disappointing, too. Then it get to the end with Vulture. Horrible writing. And that might not have been the person that originally wrote the script. That could have been something they added in, because it was just so horrible. He just pop up. You see him. They got to let him out of jail. And then he comes in his Vulture suit and just said, hey, let's team up to get Spider-Man. Like, huh? Like, come on, man. And that was just bad. And from looking at everything, they trying to do a Sinister Six movie where everybody team up. And you would think, like, people would learn from Amazing Spider-Man 2. You don't got to jam a gang of superheroes in it. If you want to do a Avenger type movie, it's going to take time. It's gonna take time. You gotta introduce us to the characters with their solo projects. You gotta just, slowly introduce us to these characters. And then build it up. Everybody's seen what happened with Marvel from Iron Man 1 to Avengers Endgame, which was amazing. We might not ever get that again. Alright? We might not ever get something that's that good put together again. Hopefully, with these new Marvels, which the new Marvel movies are great, hopefully they be able to create something similar, Blade, something. But yeah, man, this was not it. I really couldn't believe how they botched this movie, Morbius. And similar to Black Widow, it got pushed back. But Black Widow wasn't this bad. No way. Black Widow was not this bad. And you could see Black Widow, you're like, man, them pushing it back really hurt Black Widow. Them pushing Morbius back, like, destroyed this movie. I mean, destroyed it. And they saying it's a Spider-Man. Maybe they gonna grab one of the other Spider-Mans and put him in it. Maybe the Amazing Spider-Man. Maybe they bring him back to put him in these Venoms and all that. But dog, this just was just not good. Can they recover from this movie? Possibly, but they gonna have to bring back Spider-Man. They gonna have to do a lot. They're going to have to do a lot to recover from this movie, Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it, though. Do you think it's as bad as everybody's saying, as bad as I'm saying? Usually I rate movies 7 stars out of 7 stars. I still kind of like the story. I'm going to give this one a 2 point. I ain't never gave nothing a 2 before in my life. I'm going to give this one a... I'm going to give this one a 3.1 out of 7 stars. 3.1. At least you do get Morbius. It was a good cast, but man, it's just a lot with the movie that didn't add up and it just didn't look good. That's just the gist of it. It didn't look good. Good story, though, with the kids. They can't walk. They become friends. He ended up being a bad guy. It just ain't work. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about the movie. It's Smack the Guru. If you're still here and you ain't subscribed, subscribe for me. Click that like button. And as always, y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.